For the second weekend in a row, protesters took to the streets in Omaha. Today, the demonstration was against ICE after an agent shot and killed a woman this week in Minneapolis. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Zena Taher. The Trump administration has asserted the ICE agent was defending himself, but elected representatives in Minneapolis have spoken out against the action taken by the agent, saying it was unnecessary. First Alert 6's Ron Johnson talked to some of the protesters here in Omaha who came out today. Ron, what did you learn?
Yeah, Zena, people I spoke with are outraged that the ICE agent shot and killed 37-year-old mom of three, Renee Good, Wednesday. Here's a look at the demonstration at 72nd and Dodge Street this afternoon. A large group of protesters are holding signs against ICE operations. An organizer I spoke with said they wanted to stand in solidarity with Good.
And we want ICE out of our streets. They're causing trauma and irreparable pain in all of our communities. They're not safe, they're untrained, and it's a fascist, militarized unit that we don't want.
And that organizer also told me Good's loss is felt strongly, even as far away as right here in Omaha. There's also reaction at the state level to the shooting, and coming up tonight at 10, hear how one senator is trying to tamp down ICE operations in Nebraska. For now, live in the studio, Ron Johnson, First Alert 6.
Ron, thank you.